how eclectic was your music taste coming up?
Very. As an authentic hip-hopper, man, my appreciation of music is vast. You have to listen and appreciate and love everything. So my collection was funk, rock, jazz, folk, ragtime, reggae, everything, gospel, to comedy albums, to cartoon albums. Like, because you constantly looking for sources of inspiration everywhere, and things to mix in with your music, just to make the most unique, original sound beds that you can. So you're listening to find inspiration from everywhere. So my album collection is everything. Like,
well, and like a sampling. So when did you really start to kind of record and try to lay down your own tracks and stuff? Were you still in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in high school. So I was just telling somebody this story last night, but it was a while. I was in middle school when I started. I used to write poetry, elementary and middle school, and then a friend of mine encouraged me to rap. He's like, "Oh, you should, like, girls like rappers."
Really?
Right?
Check.
I'm like, yeah, because, dude, you're kind of corny, and girls are following you up and down the halls. We were at Riverside Middle School. And
you put it on him as corny, but he still had girls?
Yeah, I mean, they like him because he raps. Like, okay, I'm going to try it, And I tried my hand at writing a rap, and I came back to school and showed him. Over the weekend, I wrote, and I came back Monday and showed him the rap. And he said, "Let me hold on to this." Okay. I didn't see him no more for the rest of the week, but I kept hearing people coming up to me like, "Hey, did you hear this rap that such and such said?" And I'm like, after I heard about 4 or 5 people say it, I'm like, what did he say? I want to hear what this rap. And they repeated it back to me, and it was my rap. I'm like, he's biting my rap. Like, this is my first rap. I'm like, okay, I must be pretty good.
Right.
Because this dude is like the king of the school at rapping, and he's biting my stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep on doing this. But I never let anybody know.
Yeah.
I just kept it to myself. My mom would hear me in my room, and I just kept it to myself. And then summer of 1986, I took a trip to, my mom allowed me with some of my best friends to take a trip to Boston. And I got to Boston, and, everybody spoke with this East Coast accent. Sounded way cool, like they rapped and they sounded like LL Cool J. And it was like, whoa, like they sound dope. And I got invited out to a cypher. This is my first cypher. And I'm just listening, but my friends knew I could rap. They're like, rap, like, let them hear your stuff.
Did you get put on the cypher then? Did you go up?
Yeah, they like put me on the spot. They're like, yo, like he can rap. They're like pushing me up. And so I'm like, okay, they just pushing me up because they want me to get dissed in front of these people. They want me to, but I got up and I rapped, and they were amazed. They were like, oh my God, like, dude, you got skills, like, you nice, like this kid. And I'm like, whoa, like, I'm getting props on the East Coast. Like, I'm nice, you know what I'm saying?
The Full Exposure Podcast is brought to you by Metro Health, University of Michigan Health, and Dr. Peter Hahn, in appreciation of the creative and artistic visionaries who enrich our lives through cultural connections.